everybody, welcome to Lisa's Art Room. Tonight we're going to be working some more on this DIY Rolife miniature house, the Tipsy restaurant. Y'all come in and say hi. Let me know you're here. We are currently live on Facebook if you see the little red button at the top left. If not, you're catching replay either here or over on YouTube. Let me get you guys pulled up so I can see chat. Alright, so let's see. As soon as we get a couple people on here, we'll get started. I just have to check the sound and make sure everything's good before I pull the camera up. We are working on this. It's getting there. I don't know how far. Can't tell because, you know, it's a lot. Hey, Bonnie. Sound okay, hon? I assume it is, but I haven't checked. Let's see. So here's what we have so far. Okay. So it's getting there. All right. Thanks for letting me know that, Bonnie. All right, well, I will go ahead and pull the camera up top then, and we'll get started. All right, 1 second. Alrighty. All of our little bags out. What's left? More space. Okay. See where we are. Did that. We did that. Got the battery pack done. Now we are back to little pieces. All right. So this is bag 3 and 5. See if I can put some tape down or something so I can stay in camera. This is just so I don't go out of camera, hopefully. Approximately there. All right, let's see. Bag 3. we are looking for, so we're looking for basically some drinks and some liquid that goes inside the drinks. The little circles are just little liquid things. They're just little circles that are supposed to be whatever the drink is. We got white ones and coffee colored ones. And not this. Should be like one more in here, I think. And this little brown one. I'm missing an orange. Where's the orange at? Is it hiding in there? Oh, there it is. I saw it. Another orange. Okay. So there's all of our little drink liquids. And then bag 5. Has the cups. I guarantee these don't have numbers on them themselves. You have to kind of match it to the picture. So see if we can figure it out. So we've got a little like, oh God, oh, it looks like a sundae glass, but I'm sure it's something else. And then looks like 2 beer mugs. And like a wine glass looking thing, and the liquid for the wine glass, which appears to be this little green piece, and the liquid for the other one, which appears to be this little red piece. What else? There's a small glass. What is it? I can't tell. Is it this? It's not as small as I think it is. Alright, so it's this one. Does it have liquid? I don't see any liquid for that one. Okay, I think that's all. Is that it? I think so. Alright, it shows doing this with double stick tape. I think I'm going to try to do it with glue though. So many little pieces. So yeah, they've got you taking this small double stick tape and wrapping it around this little liquid piece, and that seems a little complicated, so I'm just going to put a drop of glue. The glue dries clear, so it won't show after. Yeah, dries clear. This one I know dries a little bit shiny. I'm thinking whether my art glitter dries shiny. I don't remember. I know this one dries really shiny. It looks like water after, so for most drinks that'll be fine. So I'll probably use it. I've been using this Ultimate Crafter's Pick because it's a nice thick tacky glue. I would imagine it's very similar to like Eileen's tacky glue. I haven't compared it, but that's what it reminds me of. Put some of that out. And a little assembly line here. I'll try to zoom in for this. I'm just going to put the instruction book up here. Alright, so let's see. What do we go. That. All right, and then I want those little silicone things I've been using. Where are they? I think they're in this one. They're just like little silicone applicator brush things. They work pretty good for putting this glue on. Instead of a toothpick, you could do a toothpick, and I was at first, and I found these and decided they were a little bit better. There's a couple different points, so. All right, so it says, number 1 is this little cup that kind of is supposed to be like a coffee cup, I guess. And it calls for the brown one. Just gonna make sure it fits in there. Yep, looks right. And we're just gonna take a tiny bit of glue, put it on the bottom of, I think I'll put it on the bottom of the glass. You know this is gonna roll. Like a piece of paper. I'll just use this cardstock here. Grab a hold of it. Every time I put the brush down, it rolls everywhere. Tweezers. There they are. Okay. Just drop that in there. And there we have our little drink. So that's one drink. The next drink it calls for is the green one, which I don't know what it's supposed to be, but looks like it's in this little wine glass looking thing, which, I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be a margarita or something, I don't know. So we'll do it the same way. Just a little drop of glue in the glass. Not real worried about getting it on the edges, because like I said, it's going to dry clear. Holding it's a little tricky. See if I can get a hold of it without it flying off. There. Okay. Like I said, it shows white, you know, right now, but once it dries, that'll be clear. So that one. Absinthe. Well, it could be absinthe. I don't know. It is a tipsy restaurant, so they do have those types of drinks. So C is this little cup, and it has red in it. This one I'll try to hold. There. Make sure the glue is touching it. It is not. Let's try this again. Well, maybe it is. Nope, it's touching it. Just didn't look like it was. Try to get it straight so we have a level drink. It's not sitting super straight there. Is that level? That's pretty level. All right, we'll keep it there. And then we have our mugs. What is the white ones? Oh, it's a layered drink. It's like a froth. Gotcha. Okay, so it shows the brown first and then the white. So I'll throw some glue in for the brown one. Just do them both. These are same on both sides. You'd think that would be smaller, but I cannot tell if it's smaller. It doesn't look like it. There. Try to get it in straight. Okay. And then we'll put a little bit of glue for the next layer. Guess I'll just stick it on top of the brown there. Just a drop. And we'll put our froth on. Stay. It's taking off on me. Stay. All right. So this one's like a little layered drink. Got the coffee and the froth, I assume. Oh, I guess it's a beer mug though. Maybe it's supposed to be beer and froth. Oh, it is, because it shows it on the tap. It's definitely beer. All right, so that's a beer. And then these are, so I guess these are our alcoholic drinks. All right, so there's those. And then we have the beer machine next. So let's set our little drinks up here to dry fully. I'm just going to set them off to the side. Put our glue off to the side. Just wipe off the silicone real quick. All right, let's grab our instructions. Zoom back out just a little bit. And we have our beer machine is next. So that one is bag 5 as well. And it's got space. And the tap thing, I guess. So that one. And a bunch of handles. Let's just pour it all out because I can't be pouring this bag and unpouring it a lot. Alright, so we need this one, 2 little silver taps, and P12. Is it that? Maybe. And then some brown handles. Okay, these 2. It's the only one that looks like it. It must be it. I could match it up to the original list, but we'll figure it out. The groove faces backwards. Okay. Find out what that means. That's it. And all the little pieces. And then there's a sign. Don't think I needed either one of those. I think that's it. All right. Throw these back in temporarily because you know I'll be pulling them out again. Okay. You can grab our sign. See if I can find it. Let's see. Where, oh where? There it is. Okay. Is that it? I think that's it. Okay. All right, let's put this guy together. face. I don't know where the circle goes. Oh, it holds the sign. That's kind of obvious. So the front is further out, and then there's a notch in there. And the notch, it says, faces backwards. So, yeah, there's a notch in there. It's real hard to see, though. So we're going to try to line that up correctly. Yeah, that feels right. And then, let's see if I can get this off of here. It's going to roll all over the place. I'll just put it there so you can see it better, but I think it's going to be a pain. It says, put the sign on next. All right, so I assume you want to put the sign on there first. I'm just going to throw a drop of glue on there. We'll just throw it on the sign. We'll try to get it straight. I don't know if it has a notch, and it doesn't seem to. So hopefully I will get it on there straight. And that just goes on the little hole there. Okay, it says row beer. And then rotate downward to insert. Rotate downward to insert. Rotate? I guess it just means twist. So, let's see if I can figure out which end it is. Looks to be this little tiny end. It's so tiny. So we got this little guy and that, and it just goes on the top here. It says rotate downward. I assume that just means twist. So we're just going to twist that on like that. Do both of those. Okay, and then they go on there. It looks like they just fit right in there, and there's like a little hole. Trying to get them straight. This one. Tiny hands. Okay. I'm not going to glue them. I think they'll be fine. They're just like pressure fit in there. So there's that guy. And then the beer just gets attached to the bottom. Now, if you plan on moving your beer mugs or anything, you might not want to tape them on there or glue them on there. It shows taping them on there with the double stick tape. I think I might use museum wax. I thought about it, and it's like, what if I wanted to change the table up and, you know, put the drinks out there or move things around? Like, you know, I think I'm going to use the museum wax. Museum wax is just a wax. It's used for, like, you know, earthquake areas or whatever. Or, you know, with your cat. I use it with my cat because if he knocks stuff off, I attach things with museum wax, or even that putty stuff the sticky putty stuff. Both work. I just have a little stick in there, but I'm trying to find a better stick. Got a little stir stick. I might use that. Or maybe a toothpick. I don't know. because I don't need much. I need just a tiny, tiny bit. So I'm just going to use this. That way the mugs can be moved. If I decide I don't, want to keep them there. So just stick it on there, and you have to kind of play with the amount to make sure it's enough. Make sure that they stay. It's a little bit more than that. I think this will work. I think. Logically, it should. You just don't want to get so thick that they won't, sit down. Just thick enough. Yeah, there. That way I can move it if I want to later. It's not so permanent. Sometimes I'll leave a little residue, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so got our little beer mugs on there. And it holds well, but at the same point, if you want to move it, you can just pull it up. Okay. Just stick them under their little taps. All right, so put that over somewhere off to the side. Put my museum wax up for now. But anytime I have something that I think I want it to be temporary, I think I'll use that. All right, so we did that. Yep. And now we have a table. The little table is in bag 5 again. So back to bag 5. Ziplocs. You can never get a hold of them to open them. All right, tabletop and table legs, and a little another leg, center leg, and then there's a peg. See the peg? Did I lose the peg? It's not on there. It's probably hiding. I don't think it fell out. It might have. It's always possible. Let's see if I can find it. Just don't throw stuff on the floor. That's one good way to lose it. I did drop something. I gotta see if I can figure out what it was. It was the peg. The one thing that falls on the floor is going to be it. All right, there it is. All right, so we got our table, our leg, our top thing, and then this. So all of these many pieces. I'll just get rid of this. It's too warpy. Back in bag 5. I need trays for these. I think if I had to do this again, I would throw them all in trays somehow. That would be ideal. If you could just set them in trays that were labeled. So then you could just pull from the tray and not have to get these bags out all the time. Seems kind of inconvenient. All right, so you've got the round end. They both look round. Smaller end. All right, so the smaller end goes into this leg. We'll find out if it fits or not. Okay, and then the little cap goes on the bottom. Boy, it's tiny. Let's see if I can get it in there. It's so tiny. Okay, I got it. There, cap on the bottom. And then our little tabletop. It's going to stand up. Oh, works pretty good. Okay, so our little table. Next, we have a water pitcher. Also bag 5. Is all of this going to be bag 5 over and over and over? It is. All right, hold on. I had a little thing when we first started, and I put it up. I'm just going to grab it. All right. 5. Okay, for right now. It's just gonna, I think it's gonna make life easier. And then I feel like there's something right there, and I bet I feel like it might be an item that got squeezed in there, but I can't tell if it's a staple or an item. Where'd it go? It's still there. There's something there. Where is it? It's hiding. Oh, it's a little piece of wood. It's nothing. It's just scrap wood that got in there. I was like, did I lose something? I didn't. All right, pitcher. A little water pitcher. So that's probably pretty easy. Oh, it's got paper from M14 to, it's not water. It says water pitcher, but it's got brown liquid in it. So we know it's beer. They're fibbing. Where is the liquid? Not there. M14. Are either of these M's? They are. What? Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's right in front of me. I just wasn't seeing it. All right. There. That's our liquid. Okay, so you just roll it up. If you can get a hold of it. Now, it's got white on one side. And you know that's going to show. I know it's going to show. I just do. So I'm going to grab a marker. Let's see, we'll use this one. I think this is about the right shade. Yep, that's a good shade. So I'm just going to color the other side of it with some brown. Because that way, if anything shows, it still just is that kind of brown color. Okay, pretty much the same. And now we're going to roll it. We can get it to roll. Let's see if we can do it with our tweezers. I can roll around a little stick if I have a small enough one sitting around here. I might have a toothpick that would work. Let's try that. Roll it around a toothpick. There we go. Try to get it straight. Yeah, see, that would totally show. All right, there. And then we will stick that into our water pitcher, which is a beer pitcher. They're calling it a water pitcher. I'll try to make it big enough to where it looks like it's actually stuff in there. It's a little small. Let me grab a bigger stick. Maybe this one. Trying to make it a little bit fatter. How's that? A little better? That's a little better. All right, and then a little lid. Where'd it go? The lid just pressure fits on there, I assume. Looks like it. Any particular direction? Does not seem to have a direction. How well does it go on? Oh, pretty good. It's pretty strong. All right, so there. A little pitcher. Only what it's supposed to be. Some sort of liquid. Okay. Now we have wine bottles that need to have labels attached. Okay. More labels. Let's find our page. Back to our little tiny signs. So we have M18, M19, M20, and M21. M18. M18 is Memory 1984. And then M19 is a double label. Can't tell if it comes out together. I don't think it does. I don't think so. I think it's two labels. And then, what did I say? 20 and 21. 20. Okay, is that all? 18, 19, 20, 21. 5 of them. Yep, 5 of them. Okay. Let's see if we can get in camera here. These are very tiny. Out there. Okay, so the green one gets, there's 3 greens, 2 greens. There's 3 greens. And they are the sparkling wine and the 2 that are champagne. Okay. So we're just going to use a drop of glue. You can use the double stick tape, but I think this drop of glue will work just fine. Deciding which I put through. Just going to put a little bit of glue. Not sure if I want to put it on the label or if I want to put it on the bottle. I think I might put it on the label. Like that. I guess it matters where it goes. Try to get it somewhat straight. It's okay. So there's one. Yeah, that method seemed to work okay. A little bit of glue. Be better if I put something down, but try to keep it right on the paper. Not get it all over my table. And this one. Just making sure it's sticking good. It seems to be. Double check the one we did first. Yep, looks okay. All right, on this one. Trying to get decent coverage, but not, super thick. Okay, sparkling wine. Then we have this little brown one. The brown one is this one, which which is, I can't read it. Do you care? We'll read it. Black Plum Garage Liquor? Is it garage or is it grape? Maybe it's grape. I can't read it very well. I think it's grape. That would make more sense. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. Garage liquor. Maybe. Straight. I think it's straight. Let's hold it for a second. Glue grab's decent. It's not bad. All right, and then the last one is this yellow one. And it says memory something. Memory and a date. Don't slide. Stay where you're supposed to stay. It's easy to start sliding around on you. And then you got to get it before it sets up. It sets up fairly quick. I think I got it. Okay. It's a little bit crooked. See if I can straighten it out. Just a fraction. There we go. All right. There's that one. All right, so we got our wines done. Set them aside. Okay, a whole bunch of little wines. Put these over here. Actually, I probably should put them in this tray. Just get the glue out of there. I touched it with the thing. I need a dry rack. I'm going to stick them in this. I'm going to stick the done ones in this other side here. All these little guys. There. All right. Next, all right, we have paper boxes. All right, so are we done with 5? Maybe we're done with 5. And we'll put these back in the bag for now, since it seems like we're done with it for right now. As soon as I say that, you know, it'll come back to it, but for right now, it seems like it. All right, paper boxes are these. Set that up there. Little table. So we have K1, K2, K3. Now these are pre-scored. So that's nice. You don't have to worry about trying to score these tiny little pieces. K1, K2. Is there 2? Yeah, there's 2. Looks like K1 had 2 also. That's this brown one and the other one there. All right, and then K3. Oh, these are all K2. Not sure why they're all named. Maybe it's a size. I bet it's a size thing. And then K3 is the larger ones. That's what it is. It's a size thing. Okay. that aside for now. Folding little boxes. Okay, let's see if we can do this. So like I said, they're pre-scored. It does give you a little diagram as to how to do it. So we're just going to try. We're going to try. Where did I put that? I just had it somewhere. Is it this one? Yeah. We'll do the little ones first. So you can see on the back there, pre-scored. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see those little lines? Yeah. So they are pre-scored. And it shows folding them, looks like directionally, sideways first. And then once you get them all, the little lines folded, we're just going to fold all of the little lines first. I think that's probably the best way to do it. This is going to be tedious. Your eyes will be struggling. My eyes are struggling. All right, and there's a fold there. If I can get it straight. That's not very straight. Trying to make sure they're straight. That way it folds into a nice box. All right, so once you get them all kind of folded, then you just roll it up, it looks like. So it kind of rolls around. This little tab goes into the last one. You do the sides last, so put this little tab into there. And you can put a drop of glue. I think I might see how it works first, and then I'll come back and put the glue. So that goes in like that. These close like this, and then they go in like this. Yeah, sure. Like that. Might not need glue. I'm sure glue could be helpful, but I don't think I'll need it. I think they'll hold together fine. All right, so there's one little box. Not too bad. Okay. So we just got a whole bunch more to go. Same thing, over and over. If I was doing videos, I could just fast forward and you guys wouldn't have to watch me do this, but we're not doing videos, we're doing live, so you get to watch. Watch or come back and catch the replay, one or the other. So, started a new building on my train. It's going to be one of the downtown buildings, my little cityscape. Hopefully it's cute. I built a fence yesterday. It was kind of cute. I haven't been doing them live because my channel wasn't really about train scenery, but I've been posting pictures to my Facebook page. Fold here. I think I got them all. Alright, so turn, 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 and a little tabby goes in there. Get in there. And tabby. Nope, missed. And other side. All right, 2 boxes. They're so tiny. So tiny. All right, this one's a little bit different shape. Same basic idea. Just a little bit longer box. So as long as you do all your score lines folding first, it seems to work pretty good. Okay, so this one, trying to see which goes last. I think the long ones go last, so roll this way maybe. And that goes in there. Okay. Boy, what would I do without tweezers? Because, tell you what, it would be a challenge without the tweezers. Okay, fold. Fold. But that's about all I've been doing lately, is just playing around with my 3 projects, really. I've got the junk journal and this kit and my train stuff. It's kind of a lot, but honestly, I like staying doing stuff. I go crazy if I am not working with my hands in some way. Did I miss any? I think I missed the tab. Okay. Get in there. You gotta have a little bit of patience for these, I think. They're not that bad once you figure them out, but do require a little bit of patience. They're cute. I don't know what they say. Let's see if I can read them. What do they say? No, it's upside down. This one is rose tea. This one is what is that? Sunny afternoon rose tea. So they're all rose tea. Are they all rose tea? Yep, that's rose tea too. Sunny afternoon. And for you 1,000 times over. It's on the other side. They put a lot of detail into these little bitty things. So basically rose teas. And then they have like little sayings on them. It's cute. Alright, let's just pick one of these. Yeah, they are tea boxes. I wasn't sure. I guess it makes sense. They look like little tea boxes, for sure. All right. you don't do the fold first, it is not going to work. Got to get those little folds in. Let's use this one. This one is Jasmine Mellow Wine. A scented tea. They could have totally just made it, you know, words you couldn't really read, but they actually made them readable, which is cute. Okay. Let's see if I can not miss a fold this time. It's easy to do, there's a lot of folds. I think I got them all. Put those out. All right, and this one is Cheers to Good Times, Sun Glow. What is it? Is it a grape wine box? It's not tea. I don't know. Maybe like a wine box. Maybe that one's a wine box too. Okay, here's this one. Tired. Stay tired. I didn't get my nap in before my live. I usually try to get a quick nap in. Alright, let's see. Roll this up. And okay, are we back to teas? What are these? It's upside down. Another sunny afternoon rose tea, so more teas. Which means 2 of those. And then we get one more. Whew. Tiny little boxes. Teeny, teeny. I don't know if I'd have patience to watch somebody do this, guys. So I appreciate any of you are still actually watching me do this because they are tiny. It's like that is the advantage to having videos where you can just do one and then fast forward through all the others, you know, versus live streams. It's definitely a advantage. You're still here. I appreciate it, Bonnie. I'd probably watch, but I'd fall asleep. last little box. And then we're on to, it looks like a bag, like a gift bag. Did I get them all? I think so. It's amazing how well they stay together, honestly. There we go. All done. Bunch of little teas and wine boxes. Okay. Now we have this little paper bag, which is on the same page. Is this one. Tiny little handles that you know are going to be so delicate. All right, our tiny little bag. It's on the next page. Make sure I understand it. I assume it's kind of the same thing. I'm just going to scooch that over to the right here. So I have more room to pull that up so I can read the instructions but show you what I'm doing. I just got to make sure the camera catches up and I'm still in focus and everything. I think so. Okay. All right, so same kind of thing. We're just going to follow all lines first. There's some interesting lines there. It's got like a little triangle. Is there a cut? Huh. I have no idea. So there. I can't tell. There's like a weird fold at the bottom. It's not really showing me in this picture. The picture doesn't quite look like that. Huh. I don't know. Maybe we just ignore it. For less fails, ignore it. Just doesn't, the fold doesn't line up to where you can fold it. I think it's got like a little pleat somehow. I just don't know how the pleat works. I can't tell. Good question. To go in, it looks like it goes in. Okay, so that fold goes the opposite direction. See this little, I'm going to try to show you. Do you see that little weird pleat? So I think you fold in somehow. Whew, just got dizzy. And then up. So the other one is also in. So that's in somehow, I think. Tab comes around. This tab goes the other way. Oops, it went off camera. Oops, come back camera. There you go. Okay. That goes in this, I think. Get in there. It's not fitting. Come on. I need you to fit. There you go. Okay. So that folds in on the ends somehow. I'm trying to figure out where to hold it. Like this kind of. So I think you do the bottom. Which side goes first? Did I not fold that? I don't think I did. Alright, I'll try to do it. I can't see the lines now. Okay. Open it back up. Is there a fold line there? There is. Okay. Missed the bottom one. It's real narrow. Boy, I'm glad there's only one of these. Alright. So, back to our little tab. I'll bet that feeds inside that somehow. Do the little tabs stay on the outside or the inside? Looks like they go under. So these go under. That goes under. But that one goes over. Oh, so we'll leave that one out. And we'll put these under. Then we'll put our little tab in. Get in there. Nope, you didn't want to go. Okay, got it. And then this goes inside. Sure it does. Uh-huh. They show you tucking this in. I can do it. Got it. This one needs some glue. It's a little It might stay together, it might not. And then it's got like a little label that folds over to close it. It needs something in it. It's too plain. It needs some tissue paper or something, you know? Anyway, I did do it. And then this folds over this little label. They just fold it over to close it. And you glue it, I guess. Does it show glue? It shows double stick tape, so this kind of squeezes together, and then that folds over. Okay, I can do this. Alright, so I just got to put a little drop of glue there. Where'd my little thing go? Is that my pointy one? It is. My glue. Just a teeny bit of glue on that. Don't drop your thing with the glue all over it. A lot of glue everywhere. And we'll stick that down. It's a lot of glue. It's a tiny piece. We'll try to hold it together for a second. All right. I know I'm probably off camera. Okay, so there. So that's how those insides go in there. This, I guess, making these things. I don't know how they figure it out. All right, so there's a little bag. Put that on our tray. All right, next. Potted plant. G-wall board has some little circles in it. I remember seeing those. Okay. G6. Tell me I'm going to use G7 too in a second, I hope. G6 has one circle. G7, we'll set it over here. It has two circles. It's the last thing on this board. And then we need our plant material, which is in bag 6. Bag 6, where are you hiding? We need another tray. We'll see. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. once I dump this out. Get rid of this silicone stuff. A lot of stuff in here. Yeah, we won't want to do a tray yet. So for this one, we need this plant. I assume it's going to take a little piece of it probably. And then P33 is this stuff here. And then we need P35, which is the larger pot. There's two of them or one? Oh, they're different. They're slightly different. I'll have to see which one it is. And then the smaller pot somewhere. Oh, it's the inside of it. Okay. I think it's the one with the scallops. Let me look at the picture. Yeah, it's got like a design. So this one's plain. So I assume it's not that one. At least not yet. And this little basket for the fern. Is that it out of here? Do we need wire yet? No, we need this little basket thingy. Is that it? Okay. This, that. Our little insides. Do we need this? No? Somewhere. It says we need it. I don't know where it goes yet. Okay. Goes inside the pot. Don't think I need wire. Oh, that box we made earlier. We have to find that. Okay. Let me throw all this back in this bag before I lose it all. Trying to figure out a way to just wipe it off the edge of my table into the bag, but you know that's not going to work. Alright, did it. Alright, let's find that little box we made earlier. It's in my container here. Alright, there it is. Alright, so let's see how zoomed I am. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, and then I'll just hold it up or something. Okay. I got both of these. I don't know which one it is, honestly. It might be both. So let's see. The first one, P31 and P32. So it's showing both. I don't know how you tell which one it is because they honestly look the same in the picture. P31, I guess, is supposed to be the bigger one. Maybe. I think. Okay, so, and then you take that and you cut off, looks like 3 pieces of this one. Alright. And how much stem? A decent amount of stem. Okay, so we'll just leave a decent amount of stem on there. And then you take this one and you only cut off the very tip. So with stem, without stem. It says no stem. Alright, so we're just going to cut just below the stem. Okay. And then we'll start putting those in the pot. Okay, so first one uses this pot, the dirt, which is this, I assume. Is it pressure fit in there? Maybe. Maybe not. Let's see. Is it going to work? Will it pressure fit in there? I assume that's the correct pot. It doesn't go very deep. Alright, I think that's all it does. It feels like it's staying. Alright, and then you take your little 3 pieces of this and shove them in there. It doesn't show glue. I guess they just pressure fit in there. I'll I might throw a little bit of glue on them. We'll see. We'll try. Let's see how well they stay, but I don't know. I have my doubts. Use my tweezers. Challenge. Gonna go in there. It's a tight fit. It's definitely a tight fit. Come on. Get in there. Alright, I think I got. Are they all in there? I can't tell. I think they're all in there. It's a pretty tight fit, so. Kind of weird looking, but I guess it's okay. Alright, so there's that one. And then this one is like a little succulent kind of plant. And it shows using tape on it, double stick tape. It's a weird looking pot. Seems too big. I think I have it too big. We're going to cut off more than that because that seems too big. We're going to cut it to the next little thing. Hopefully I don't need that other piece somewhere. It's a little better fit. It could be even smaller, honestly. Because it has to go in here. It seems like that might be overkill. Let's see. Let's see if we think it'll fit in there with that many on it. Kind of, sort of. Alright. So I think I'm going to use glue. I was debating. It's going to take a second to grab hold. I still can't tell if I want to take one more off. Not sure. Can't hold on to it. It just seems a little big for that pot. It doesn't really tell me like exactly how many pieces it needs. But that still seems a little bit big. I might take off one more. Let me see how it looks. I don't know. Depends on how big you want your succulent, I guess. Alright, we'll try it with this and see if I can get it to stick. This tacky glue is pretty good. And it's supposed to hold plastic and metal and all that, so we're just going to throw some glue on here. A decent amount. It'll dry clear. Because I need them that much to make it hold, I think. Now this is going to take a minute to dry, so we're just going to hope it holds and set it aside. Stay in there. Alright. Then it goes in this box, but we're going to let it dry for a minute first. We'll go to this. And then this just takes some of this mossy stuff. Not too much, probably. How much? Enough that you can have some tendrils. We'll try this much. It flies all over the place. And I'm sure it does it with tape, but we're going to throw glue in there, I think. So I think I'm going to have a couple tendrils like hanging off. So I'm going to let those hang off. And then I'm going to shove the rest on top. Because I want a couple long ones. If I can get it to like on my fingers. Alright, where's that little brush at? This is going to be messy probably. We're just going to shove some glue in there. our long tendrils first. Let's do a couple of long ones. It shows you just shoving it in there, but I'm going to be picky about it. Another long one. And then we're going to shove this in there. See if it'll hold. I know it'll hold after time. I probably was supposed to put the little thing on there first, wasn't I? Of course you were. All right, we'll put that on now before we put more plants in. It keeps grabbing my rough fingers because, you know, it's winter and my fingers are like sandpaper. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. So they just hook on? Any glue, any tape? No. They just hook on. Oh, that's a really loose hook. Sure. That's going to fall off. All right, we're going to put glue on there, I think. What kind of glue would hold that quick? Super glue, but I don't have any handy. I have some canopy glue. I don't know. That probably takes a while to dry too. We're just going to stick with our tacky glue and hope that it can hold that hook on. Where did my thing? Oh, there it is. Keep losing my brush. I'm going to put glue on this because this hook is very, very loose. And I have a feeling when I go to hang it up, it's going to be a pain and keep wanting to fall out of there. So I'm going to put some glue on there somehow. Let's see if I can get the hook to stay. It's going to be messy looking for right now, but it'll dry clear. If I had some super glue, I'd probably use that, but I don't have any. All right, so we're going to stick that on there. And we're going to shove more plants in there. Maybe just a little more glue. Just a tiny bit. You know it's going to stick to this. Awful. I have glue everywhere. All right, we're just going to shove a whole bunch more glue and plants in there. Get in there. Are you going to stick? See if my hook will stay on. It's kind of crazy. Let go. Ah. This is a mess. Okay. Yeah, those hooks are just trying to fall off as best they can. They're really, really trying to. All right, there. We're going to leave it like that. It's not bad, but I'm going to let it dry because it really needs to dry and not try to fall off because it's really trying to fall off. All right, stay. All right. There's that. Where's my wipe? Okay. Our fun yarny moss stuff. Next. Is this guy staying okay? He seems fine. And our little succulent, how's he doing? Seems good. All right. We'll put the succulent into our box. It says to glue it to the base. So which is the base? Does it have a base? Does it matter? Looks identical. Okay. So more glue. Just a drop. Just in the bottom here. That planter's got a little hole. So I'm going to put a decent amount of glue because it's got a hole in the bottom of it. I'll show you in a second. I think I can grab it without it falling out. Yeah. Let's see. It's got a big old hole. Oh, if I can get it to turn. There it is. So, put a decent amount of glue so it'll hopefully stay. If I can get it to sit. Okay. It's a little big, but hopefully it doesn't have to go into any small area. That's what I'm worried about, is that I'll have to go into something else that has to be tight. Like a cabinet or something, I don't know. But there. Potted plant on there. It should hold once that dries. I have glue everywhere. next plant. One of the more challenging ones. Okay, so this one has wires. Let's see if I can figure this out. It's got some tape on here or something. I think this is the right wire. I assume it is. So it says fold twice and twine tightly, fold again. Okay, so it's already twice and then fold it again. So it's already at that point, I guess. It's got this on here. I don't know what that's for. It doesn't show that in the picture. It's the right wire, right? What is the bag? It says bag 6. That was in bag 6. So it must be the right wire. Maybe they just put it on there to hold it together or something. I don't know. It looks like one of those shrink tubes. Okay, it says that you want to measure it and have it basically 5 centimeters tall. Do I need one more fold out of this? Twine tightly, fold again. How many folds was that? Is it one more fold? I'm guessing it's one more. So twine it tightly. Shows you just kind of spinning it. Because you got to put it through a little hole, so it's probably going to be a pain. I bet that's why it has that. We'll find out in a minute. And then fold again. How do you get it through the little hole? Okay. I don't know what the black thing is. We're just going to cut the ends and hope for the best. So it just shows having them at different lengths. It doesn't really say exactly what the lengths are, but somewhere in between 0 and 5, whatever that is. It's not inches, I don't think. It's like centimeters or something. I don't know. It's not even centimeters. I don't know what it is. So we're just going to cut them. Hope for the best. Don't know if I should cut it with that. I have some wire snips I do somewhere. Find them. I don't want to use my good scissors on it. So I'll just cut this black thing off, I guess. Don't see a purpose for it, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We're just going to cut it off. And then these we're going to make longer. Keep these longer for now. And then we'll shorten up a couple of them after we feed it through. So we're going to twist this. Where's that little brown thingy? There it is. So, goes in here. Probably have to do them at the same time. Yeah, definitely have to do them at the same time. Okay, so this one, and then we'll shove these two in. Okay, and all the way down. Okay, and then it just shows you spreading them out and making them different lengths. So you gotta open them back up. Okay, so looks like we'll say 2 short ones, about I don't know, we'll say about here, and then we'll say 2 more a little bit longer, maybe here. 2 or 3 at the top. We'll go a little bit shorter on one. Something like that. I don't know. Then, clean up your mess. Then you want to add your little leaves. Now they were showing you putting double stick tape on these leaves and then putting the pot into the big pot wherever it went. Did I put it back in the bag? I don't see it. I must have put it back in the bag. Yep, I did. Okay. Alright, so that. They've got tape basically all around the outside edge of this. So glue will do the same thing. That's pretty much it. So leaves are on this page. So we'll pop out our leaves. Come on. All right, there's our leaves. And they do have design on both sides. So you want the bigger ones, it looks like on the longer ones. There's 2 that are fairly long. Looks like 4 middle size and then 4 little bitty ones. So maybe 4 that are somewhat short. So we might do one more. Is that 6? See, that's more late. Oh, it seems like that's more than I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's definitely more than I have. Okay. I don't know if I did something wrong. I couldn't have folded it one more time. That would have been. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, their picture shows 8. All right, we're just going to cut one more smaller. I'll do 2 long. Okay, that should work. So just kind of twist them to where you think they'll look good, I guess. They're going to fold over after, I think. I'm not going to try to fold them first. I'm going to fold them after. Alright, something like this, I think. And then it shows putting the tape on the wire. That's super complicated. Is it one? It's 1 leaf per. How does that even work? They're just showing it sticking on top. I guess. That seems complicated. I don't know. It's never going to stand. And you don't double them. It doesn't say show anything about doubling them. And they're not folded. So they just got it showing, sticking on top somehow. So, do I want to try to use the double stick tape? Probably not. I don't know. I might use the double stick tape and then kind of add a little glue. Just, gosh, putting the double stick tape is such a pain. I really do not like it. It's probably one of my least favorite things. It's just a pain to peel and deal with. I really don't know if I can do it with just the glue, so we're going to try it. So it shows just putting it on the wire somehow. I can't really tell what they're showing in this picture. It almost looks like it should be 2 leaves stuck back to back, but I don't know because we don't have enough for 2 leaves stuck back to back. So we're going to put 1 leaf. I'm just going to, I think, fold it over. It shows it folded over, so we'll fold it over and then we'll peel it off. But you know what? We're going to stick all of the double stick tapes on first, and then we'll peel them all off. This is tedious. Of all the things, I think this might be the worst so far. Stick them like that. Hopefully the plant will stick to it. Sorry, I know I'm being quiet, but I'm trying to concentrate here. Okay. Oops, I just pulled off a whole bunch. Ouch. Ooh, let go. Did I get them all? Okay, we don't need those 2. Put them back. All right. I think I got them all. Yeah. Yes, okay. Now to pull this stuff off. Fun. Let's start with the bottom ones, I guess. I don't know if this is going to work or not. We'll find out. Peeling off is going to be tricky because you got to get it stick on that wire. But it doesn't particularly want to. Wonder if I could do it with the pointy tool easier. Can't grab it. Let me try the pointy tool. Where's it at? Alright, let's see. Is it stuck? Okay, it is. So I'm going to try pulling it and then attaching. Hope for the best. It's like it puts sticky on both sides of it, which isn't ideal, but I think if I just throw some glue on there, I can kind of cover up that sticky from this double stick tape. It's sometimes easier to pull these off with a pointy tool. Are you coming? I can't tell. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Another leaf. Okay. Do this one. Yes, I have lots of patience. You better have some patience before taking on one of these little kits because you're going to need it. I was watching DB. I was like, that's the girl that does a lot of these kits. And girl's got some patience. Look at my finger. Okay, and the next one, we need another short one. We'll say this one is shortest. Well, maybe we'll skip to the next size because I have more of those than I have plants. We'll skip to the next size. We'll do this size. Can't grab it. Look at there, I grabbed it. I didn't. Okay. Leaf. We're getting it. Slowly but surely. Like all my tweezers. See, now this tape's coming off the other side. Look at there. I don't know if you can see it here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the tape is like peeling. The side that the leaf is on came off, but the one that's on the wire is not staying. So therefore, I do think it's going to need glue. I'm going to try to cut that off though. This is just going to be a pain if I can get a hold of it. Either there or just stick it on the leaf. We're going to peel that extra off because it's just going to be a pain, I think. If it'll stay on the wire, it's fine, but if it starts falling off the wire. Okay, next size. What do we want? The medium still. I want the two tallest ones to be that bigger size. Nope. Didn't stick. Come on. So last one of this size. Okay, and then two big ones. Goodness gracious. Come on. Nope. Peeled right off. So first thing I want to do is add, well, I'm going to put the glue or don't put, I'll try to get before I put it in that little thing because I have a feeling it's going to be harder to move after. So you just want to kind of give them some directional twists, you know, a little bit of different shapes. So look kind of right. I think they should be kind of twisted in together. So we'll go a little closer in. I can't tell if they're too tall or not. I suppose if it's too tall, you can always just bend them over more. Okay. I think that's good. And then I'm gonna throw a little drop of glue on the bottom of these. I think I'll just use my art glitter. I want that sticky not to come off the wire on the other side. It's going to have to dry, but I think it'll be a safer choice. it'll dry clear. Just going to give me a little more backup than just that tape that wants to fall off that wire. Got them all? Got them all. Okay. And then, without touching any of our glue, we're going to throw it in this pot with that little thing. So, do we want to put some double stick tape? Maybe. It's a weird shape not to. So where did the tape go? I assume it's the medium size. Does it say? Yeah, it's the medium. So they've got you putting this around the bottom outside edge of this. It's not long enough. We'll do a medium and a small because it's definitely not long enough. I might have to peel it first. Like, oh, my thing. Too many things to hold. Okay. We'll peel this one first. That might be enough with just one, I guess. If I can get it to stay on there. Let go. Nope. There. Okay. I'm going to add a little of that tacky glue too. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I'm just going to shove some in there. So wherever the tape doesn't hold, maybe it'll hold. And then we're going to shove the plant in there and hope for the best. It's like, get in there. It doesn't go in very well. Okay, I think I got it. Alright, does it look like a cute little plant? Kind of, sort of. Alright, there's our little plant. Like I said, that glue, it's going to dry clear, so I'm just going to let it dry. We'll come back to that later. Okay. How much time we got? Not a lot of time. I don't know if I can do another one or not. I'll throw these sleeves back over here. Let's see what's next. They've got you putting the two boxes onto that little shelf. I could probably do that if I can figure out which boxes it is. It's two of the A size, the pink one and a brown one, and then it's two cups. Where are those at? P51 cups and saucers. They don't show a bag or anything, but I think I saw them a while ago in here. It's the small little cups and saucers. So that and that. One more little cup. That. Any liquids in it? No? They're empty. Alright, put that on that little shelf, and now we'll call it a day after that. Let's just don't have a lot of time. Okay, so get this little shelf we made the other day. And it's just got them shoved in there, which seems like a waste, but I guess they just kind of pressure fit. They don't need glue or anything. Try to figure out which side I want out. So we'll put the fancy side out. I guess this side. It's got them kind of just shoved in there like that. And then the saucer's on the top, and they have double stick tape. We're just going to use glue. Alright, so drop a glue there, drop a glue there. And our saucers first. Should I put the saucers and the cups together first or after? It might be easier to do it first. I have a feeling they're going to be a little bit of a pain. This does stick to plastic, so it should glue fine. If I can hold on to the cups. They're slippery. They're very slippery plastic. Hopefully you can't hear my husband. About 6 hands. Okay. Trying to find my wipe. There it is. Alright, and we're going to stick those on. I might put a little more glue than that. Just to make sure that saucer can grab a hold. I'm not going to put wax. I guess I could have put wax so that I can move these little cups. Should I? You know, I might do that. I like the idea of being able to move things on miniatures. For me, I don't know. It's just half the fun is being able to move stuff around. So I'm just going to put the wax on. The saucers I'll leave glued because that's logical. They can stay together. But to attach it, I think I might put the wax. So we're just going to put a little bit of wax up here. And a little bit right here. I doubt this is dry yet, so I'm going to try not to make it fall apart. It's holding, it's just, I know it's not completely dry. They seem so big for this spot, but that's where it shows it. So we're going to put it there. If I can get the saucer and the cup together. It's sliding because I moved it too much. Alright, stay. It seems like an awful big item to put there. Alright, there we go. I got it in there. So it's got little saucer cups and the tea boxes. So that is it. That's all I can do for today because it's already 11. My time is up. Put this back in here. Instructions I never used, but I kept them with it. All right, let's go over what we've done. So here's what we've done. I actually did a decent amount. Got our little plants, a whole bunch of little bottles and things, more plants, succulent plant, this plant, and then our little hanging plant And that's much better now that glue is dried, so it's not falling off. Okay. All right, that is it, guys. I will see you guys on, what is today? Wednesday. I'll see you on Friday. We'll work on the journal. All right, take care. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye-bye.